trying to find something here from Heaven. Goes for the drop down. Can I get the drag across? Instead, it's going to be Jogamo coming away with 3. And now just something slowly creeping his way forward at Sewers. He will fall. 4 players surviving. G2 scoop up the pistol. Another 3-round lead for them, and Jogamo fast tracking that ult.
Jogamo is absolutely ridiculous right now. He is tearing this match apart. I don't like the protocols here for Paper Rex. Almost all of G2's pistols are 4-1 splits early. So once you see that heavy stack, once you see that contact, I want Devi out of there instead of trying to challenge, because you're going to be coming into an angle density of guns that you are not favored in. Instead, he tries to challenge, and then Paper Rex is slow to
To connect, and it does.
Face your fear!
As Valen tucked away into the corner. Not going to be caught by the Nightfall, but does get caught by Jing's flash, but he can't find the follow-up. His Trent will be able to sit him down now. His Nightfall immediately going to be online. Something there in hell. Able to find one. Envy gets a snapback on Jogamo. Pushes it back over to the connector. Meanwhile, Leaf, a scouting mission. Trying to see what he can spot. Go into this 3v3, but the spike still in hand, now stranded at hell. Envy needs to fight his way out, and there's no way for anyone to come to his rescue. Jogamo mows him down. Devi cannot find the flick this time, and now it is all on Forsaken. The noise made, the first one found. Tries to take the TP, the re-swing in. Jogamo spotted, swinging, and Forsaken hits the transfer! He gets the 3K Red Bull clutch against all odds!
How does he keep doing it? Time and time again, it should be over! It should be 8-4!
Now arrived and does have that Bucky as Forsaken swing in. Will be struck down. Leaf swings forward, this is going to be something dead to rights. There it is. Plays off that haunt absolutely gorgeously. Finds the kill, and now it's just Devi to try to see if he can get some more damage in. Jan. Now into the plant.
Spike planted.
This will bring him to escape. Swoop forward, chest shot, connecting. Look for the follow-up, but Leaf will hold his own with that bandit. 9-5, another day at the office so far here for G2 as they look now for a bonus conversion.
Yeah, they're so smart, man, the way that they wait this out. They know that eventually Paper Rex is going to get greedy for that Marshall. They've got layers to it. They kind of fake like they might be rotating. That pulls Devi off the site. That little pause they take gives them really nice positioning, catches Paper Rex enough off guard that they can work the extra angle, get something for free, eliminate the Bucky. All those little things they do come off the back of just a little hesitation, and it works an absolute treat. Paper Rex is going to stack up a lot there.
That sees Molly, but they're able to avoid it. They peek out, Forsaken. Now pressure Baby Bay, forces him back, tags him to 60. While Envy, forward scale, moves on red, and catches Jogamo a bit by surprise. Early kill found, as well as that early damage. Paper Rex, decent to deny a bonus conversion.
I'm curious, Prowler doesn't get anything on the other side, but it looks like G2 wants to commit to C. Paper Rex going for the hard read here so far, with Devi able to still control Sewers. B, the trip set up just in case they pivot in that direction.
Forsaken now, though. At risk. Ball out, something able to hold down Garage, Leaf dead on that entry. Now G2 very much held at bay. Trent is trying to open up this B side a little bit, but something swoops him around the back and clears him out. We just have these last two aligned as well, and he will. A 4K from something, a flawless anti-bonus for Paper Rex.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Putting some pressure early into long A. That allows Envy to scale forward. Jogamo was just considering swapping back to his gun and got caught pushing out. Nice little protocol there, off of the clear of the trademark. Swing into mid, make sure you deal with that player.
Let's go, boys.
So okay, to start for Paper Rex, but still some work to do. 3 rounds just to catch up to tie. It's gonna be the operator there for Baby Bay. Couple half armors in the mix.
Spawn out, but I have to assume that Envy also catching a glimpse of that operator. Paper Rex now in the know.
They're just trying to read a tendency here. Saw this a lot from G2 when they play this map well, is that they start to try to put some pressure, use that Phoenix on the B side.
Baby Bay trying to find that flick. just shy of the mark. Would have been a massive punish. Big opening kill to be found. He's ended up eluding him, but now G2 getting stacked up once again. 4 players working their way towards this A site. Just going to be clearing that Prowler with a knife. In the meantime, Jing peek down mid, see if he spots anything, but no one's at home. We'll jump back over. Now it's going to be 2 players of Paper Rex to try to slow down this approach, stem the tide. He's already going to be spotted out. Flash flying, sees not going to connect. Envy able to shut down Jogamo, but does get tagged down to 30. Backpedaling the plan for now, not able to come through. Despite, once again, exiting back through sewers. Jing looking for that 3rd kill, cannot find it. Trent manages to shut him down. But it's only 30 seconds remaining.
Left.
And now all 4 players of Paper Rex are saddled here on this A site.
We're gonna split 2-2. Maybe leave just Forsaken there. Y's gonna double check B. Is this gonna be a save? Yeah.
And then you also have that operator in hand. Want to carry that one over. So Paper Rex stringing together another round, trying to close this gap. They managed to do it in very clean fashion as well. Just Jing as the only casualty. Goes into this next one with that run it back available as well.
And this time, you know, it's Jing who's able to step up with some really nice curveballs, some good flashes that completely smother G2 out of this hit. Baby Bay, I don't know how that misses, my man. This is a great one right here. Catches 2, completely blind. Trent tries to do something, but those 2 kills right there. They were already flashed once before he even threw that second curveball. He just nullified that, just like we saw at Jog. So that seems to be how these 2 comps are going to fare on this map. It's going to come down to some of those flash timings for the defenders. Those are real difference makers. Op into Vi's hand. Baby Bay.
For that swing. Vi closer and closer. Approaching on this position, but Baby Bay should be favored. No, it's going to be Vi able to find him just a little bit faster. The op going to be recovered. Leaf now. With that in hand, sees the elbow, and Defy gets another!
What?
I believe it just pulled off the angle for a split second. Ends up paying the iron price. 2 big critical kills found here. Something spotting out Valen. G2 trying to find something again around B side, still that trademark. Posted around the corner, and still Defy fragging. Finds himself a 3rd. Trent now trying to see if he can get some damage, gets the leg shot on the Jing. Will be flushed out. It's going to be another flawless for Paper Rex. A bit of the heels of G2, just 1 round separating.
I mean, Defy here. The first one, okay. Just sees the shoulder of Baby Bay. The second one, he just swings and gets him.
That last little reposition from Leaf.
Yep.
Ends up costing him dearly. And off the back of that, G2 are going to be calling their first time out of this map. Not wanting for Paper Rex to catch up. We know how momentum-based both of these teams are.
Absolutely. And I mean, the first time these 2 teams played for about a map and a half, it was a great back and forth. There was some great mid-rounding adjustments, some great changes of directions, some better ideas. I wouldn't be surprised to see G2 come out of this and just slam C. Just try to just make that work. You can't get long A to go. You got to try the other side of the map. And then you can maybe rethink some of those long A ideas. But you got to be worried a bit, of course, that Paper Rex is going to move the op over to C. Defy looks very comfortable, very calm. He has been the star for Paper Rex so far, 16 and 11. Keeping him in the mix for sure. Plus you have a couple alts. Both Phoenixes are going to have to run it back.
Production's been loving these wipe fade transitions. Feels like I'm watching Speed Racer from 2008. Love it. It's all sign of the audience saying, stop the Bach abuse. Well, right now, you know, this half, relatively safe.
He's okay so far. We're a little concerned, but we're not at DEFCON 5 yet.
Run it back available for Jogamo. Players with that half armor. Double op setup here for Paper Rex. By again, looking for that push. Leaf. Send out that flash. Just tucked here for the wrong spot of the one, trying to get the flick. Has to make his exit short. No, he stays. He sticks around a little bit longer. He's able to find the kill on the lead. Jogamo on the push, still able to find the kill though. Trades it back a 1-for-1 in the end. His ult has been interrupted, and now look at where something's gotten to. All the way forward. Peak getting ready to come in. Headshot. Takedown Balon gets his and gets the hell out.
It's a huge man advantage now for Paper Rex. They can spread the map a little bit. Try to wait out G2. They have to work for that space. They're going to try to contest Garage. Feeling like maybe that got left open. It's one of the parts of the map with this comp that often is. Something just going to come down to a timing almost, it feels like.
Now. Check back over to long. There's a window here potentially if he checks for it again. The swing comes in. There it is. Chocobo finds the perfect timing. Hill found the plan to come through, but Forsaken pushing forward, catching Jaw completely by surprise. Gets him back into the position. Nightfall online. Does Trent want to commit that? Yes, he absolutely does. Sends it over, connects on the 2, and Baby Bay able to intercept on the 1. Snap back at the ultimate. Jing losing that out. Envy spotted. Dead. Baby Bay finds that kill, but now the 1v1. Jing at 87. Trent at 46. And he catches Jing. Hopping up. Back on his feet, and G2 again maintain that lead. They deny Paper Rex from tying it up once again.
It's nice ideas from Paper Rex, but you need to try to challenge Garage there if you're not going to watch that angle. Something knows it just came down to a timing. He was watching it. Envy oversteps there. I don't know what he's doing, getting stuck at that corner. And then Jing, the worst timing possible. I mean, just a couple really awful timings for Paper Rex. Trying to get that seize volley, and it does work this time.
Yeah, works a damn treat. Chocobo dead. Something does get taken down. Just there on the B side. Got him down immediately. That ult's going to be invested by snapping back with the rendezvous. Leaf arriving at backside. Spawning out all of these players from Paper Rex, but the spike's still going to be committed to. Paper Rex have their forces in the right position. Paranoia across, not going to be taking on the lead, but it's trying to set the flash. He gets caught by Jing on timing. Swing out, Trent going to be good for 1, but then immediately falls to Forsaken's hand. Baby Bay with this tour de force. Trying to be the turning point in this round. Oh, we'll be able to find another one. Forsaken dead through the smoke. Swap of the weaponry. Looking to try to hold this one up the half. Baby Bay trying to be the hero. Goes for the push with the buy. Shuts him down. Keeping him protected. Going for the body block. Alan! Goes absolutely nuclear with the sheriff in hand. Another Red Bull clutch. Another round. Just swept out from underneath the Paper Rex's feet. How does he do this?
It's just G2 who's got the clutch, and he comes at a perfect angle.
The man's just aim training on them in an elimination match.
Unbelievable. They've got the clutch gene today. It's going to be something with an op. Devi on his ult, tour de force. So again, double snipers in play. Jing already had another run it back here. Some
once again. Trying to replicate that success here outside of A lobbies. 1-on-1 though, and Leaf able to tuck away. Avoids the shot. Give over the kill. Montan just trying to go for a timing. Has to back off. Space now surrendered to G2. Which means that Envy has to pivot across, join in, reinforce that A side of the map.
They got a spot on the Forsaken there before the Prowler came out.
Playing the garage and something, not able to find the shot. Tree now continuing onto the C site. And trying to work his way back in here, but with the operator, it's proved to be so damn difficult. Jing, then on the run it back. Leaf able to shut down the ultimate. Meanwhile, Forsaken forward into the smoke, gonna be good for 1. Looks for the second. Smoke now dissipating, the hot reveal coming in. Something. Able to find Chocobo, but not before his own falls. Swing in, Jing gets Trent. The cleanup is looking damn good here for Paper Rex. A quick exit, loitering around the Rosies, just around the corner, and Leave gives them a parting gift kill. Devi will have the final say in this round. Puts himself the weapon, 3 players surviving. Paper Rex deny map point from G2.
Yeah, and now is one of the rounds where I wouldn't mind seeing G2 try to reestablish some presence at long A, because Paper Rex has got the read. They're able to post Devi up so deep early that they can lean to the other side of the map. Some of those early shots don't go their way, but they're able to recover quickly and thwart any hope that G2 had in that round. Forsaken gets up close and personal, denies Valen quickly. Instead, it looks like it's going to be just Trent on his own. Fade v fade.
Something. He's found it.
Spike
Dead.
down
He's
mid.
gonna try his hand at this one yet again. See if he can double up, and he can. Lead. Offers it to him as Jake finds himself another 2 kills out in the mid. Pops the molly, gets himself healed back up the full, and now it's just Trent with the classic. Wondering what the hell he can do. Be 1 charge away from that ult. Taking point for this execution. Oh, but he's misread it. He'll be Devi there to bail him out. Keeps him protected, so another flawless for Paper Rex once again. Single round away from tying this up.
Okay, getting back into the buy, getting Baby Bay with the op. Kind of curious to see what their methodology is. If they're just going to let Baby Bay try to control long A by himself, or if they're going to go for a big hit.
I'm wondering how he wasn't able to find that kill. Big sigh of relief from Jinx Mother there in the audience. G2 have done so well, beating back Paper X every single time. They're on the cusp of tying the score.
Paper X is just pushing the map everywhere.
Running back as well as the Cosmic Fight available for you. Both going to be invested immediately. Quick little exit here from Forsaken. The overstay is welcome, but it's supposed to be all the way into the back towards the spawn. Meanwhile, Jing is catching Jogamo through the ult. Trademark is still set up to watching this back angle. He's past it. Using the Cosmic Divide, potentially against them. Slipping the net for now, but Valen turns back around, catches a glimpse as well of Divide. Knows that it's a double flank coming through.
Come on, please.
Valen holding here, the rest of G2. Eyes focused forward, Divine now dead. Jing gone as well on the side. Somebody trying to exit, and he cannot. And it is just Invi, and he's only going to be good for 1. Once again, G2 denying Paper Rex as they move up to map point.
Tremendous map awareness here. Valen turns around at the perfect time to check the flanks, because Forsaken sees another player up on flat, so he's not ready for that close angle, even though he sneaks past that backline utility. But we know that he's going to go for stuff like that. That's a great read, great awareness from your IGL, and that basically thwarts that round. Paper Rex, I think, doing a lot of good things in that round in terms of trying to make a C counterplay, but they're outdone. G2 even better. Yeah, see, this is what I want to see. Be a little bit patient here. Wait out that C's nade combo and try to make your way forward towards long A. Establish a little bit of presence, but PRX already kind of ahead of the curve with something so far up on C Cubby.
Right, again, alone for the moment. Shot not going to be connecting.
Face your fear!
Jogo going to start scaling forward. The Nightfall to go across, connecting just on the Devi. Meanwhile, their own Nightfall out responds, and Devi is able to find a stray shot. They're on to leave. Meanwhile, Envy still trying to hold down the angle from Sewers alongside Jing, who did get traded out, but Envy's good for his second. The spike now on the floor. Baby Bang finds himself in a 1v4. Find the damage. And he pull off the clutch. It would be such a monstrous one. First flick attempt up towards heaven. Not going to be found. And it will be Devi to put him down. Paper Rex, 1 away from tying it up again, and this time it would mean OT.
Well, now think back to how important that round that Forsaken won at the very end of the first half is.
Very.
It might end up being the difference maker here between going to OT and not. Obviously, it's a difference maker because we're still playing the map. Devi up to 22 kills. Rock solid, and it's going to be timeout for G2. Their last one going to be used in the last round of regulation.
Coming into this one, Jake here economy at the moment. Leaf just a Bucky in hand, a Bulldog for Jogamo. Half armors pretty much across the board. Not going to be having that operator in the mix anymore. Plenty to talk about for G2 to try to seal the deal on this map right here, right now.
This is going to be one of those rounds where you think B hit. You haven't really been able to establish that. It might be something, you know, you have a set play off of a really quick hit off the rip for G2. Again, it's something that they're comfortable with. We've seen how annoying they can be with that Phoenix on that part of the site. Of course, the problem is you're going up against the mirror comp, so it is a little bit wonky, but kind of that's what I'm thinking in the back of my head as G2. Go into that well you haven't tried yet. See if you can catch Paper X off guard. See if they don't really have a great answer themselves. They're going to be going double operator with Forsaken.
See how it plays out. Somehow, not the most surprising thing.
It is quite interesting. That's been their methodology for a lot of this defender side is double ops. Try to slow these G2 players down at range. This smells like B all the way.
Always made him to mid, Leaf. Spot out. These two players at least. He's looking for a little bit more. Gate crash gonna be cleared. Has to set up another one. This is exit up into heaven.
It's in their spawn.
It is. It's basically just alongside some things. Jang gonna look to try to clear out this Bucky. Oh, the turnaround. Look for that haunt. Finds the timing. No, Leaf! He finds the kill! TP back, that one Forsaken. Finds the backstab. Shut him down, a 1-for-1, but that's a run it back out of the equation now. Something to be concerned about here. If you're G2. Something gonna push forward, gets himself up the lumber. Forsaken. Teleports. Just in front of main, the drift across the Jogamo. Has the spot! And has the kill, mows him down. Look for the flash out to Trent, meanwhile back over to B side. Finds Envy, opens it now. The plant can come through. Is it 2v4 for Paper Exit or try to push this into overtime? It was G2. Be taking away their map pick and Jogamo. He's gonna be advantaged here, you would think. And he is. Something dead now, just all on Divide. Dodges out the haunt, but they are just playing so damn elusively. Jogamo re-wraps in through the C site, now back towards Garage. Divide completely surrounded with no real hope. Needs to find some kills and find them now, but he cannot. Jogamo gets a 3K. G2 get the map win, 13-11.
Another great back and forth between these two teams, but G2 has just a little bit extra in the tank, having that last time out. What a call they threw at the end.
Now for Paper X, it can very well all come down to Breeze. G2's map pick, they need to find the win there to push it to Corrode, otherwise G2 will eliminate them from Master Santiago.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
He's hunting down that title!
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they folded in his hands yet again! He steps up to the plate, and he can knock this one out of the park! They shall be engraved alongside the greats!
Hola, pa' subirle esa chapa me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya estando dándole a la cosa y va con un vuelo de ida. Hola, pa' subirle esa chapa me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya estando dándole a la cosa y va con un vuelo de ida. Hola, pa' subirle, hola, pa' subirle, hola, pa' subirle,
Here with Josh RT of G2. Now, congratulations, Josh, on Haven. Just wanted to quickly ask you what you decided to add to your game after the last Paper X series. I mean, because besides a few missed operator shots and the scoreline, the way you were controlling the pace of the game felt like you literally had them in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. We just added back some of our old style of just controlling the pace, making sure we're more disciplined. I wish some of those rounds were cleaner, but that's how it is against BRX. They're gonna win some, we're gonna win some, and finally some fell in our favor this time. I remember like nightmares of 1v3s, 1v2s, but now we got one. So hopefully we keep going into map 2 like that. I know they're still scary on Breeze, so you know, pick your poison kind of thing.
Just a quick question about the operator. Are you concerned with what happened on Haven, or no worries?
I mean, things will happen. Like people with shots. I'm going to talk to Baby Bay, but I feel like his confidence never gets lowered, and he knows like there's going to be bad games, and the shot will definitely come.
All right, I'm going to watch him swing. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you.
It's like very stern talking to you, Mr. Dre, about those op shots. But in fairness, there's one round where like 4 people had the op and all missed their shots.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they
I think
lost.
it was flawed. I think it was flawed.
a faulty weapon, like the one at the fair, right?
Yeah.
Round 1, it's a 2v1 Baby Bay whiffs, they lose. Round 12, it's a 3v1 Baby Bay whiffs, they lose. It could have gotten bad, but it didn't. And you know he has the confidence to bounce back, like Josh was saying.
Bro, his spirit is unquenchable. Let's talk about what we saw on the defense side here for G2, because their flood retakes were excellent. Against a team who's going to disrupt you like Paper X, G2 were able to execute their game plan and stick the landing in a lot of these important rounds.
And thinking back about what Josh was saying of controlling the pace, this is one of the things that we could see right off the bat, and is the fact that when those executes were coming in from the side of Paper X, the rotations were incredibly quick from the side of G2. Everybody was ready to go into the side and prevent that from happening. And whomever was not on the side, clear example, Valen, he was ramping and running across the map, being in a position and being a nuisance for Paper X.
Yeah, these exact kind of rounds, I think, is where we saw most of the failures for G2 in the first game they played against Paper X back in Swiss, where during the team fighting, it got chaotic. They started taking solo fights, and it looked really bad. Here it was completely different. John, in particular, was an absolute highlight in the value he was getting out of these Phoenix flashes, the space choice he was making for his team on the floods, and you talked about it perfectly, how quick and active they were in this defense to always be in the right place to flood. It was very nice.
Jaw is 0-5, first kill to first death, but he's 24-17 out of the map.
He did struggle on the second half a lot. I only wonder what would have happened if it didn't, because his numbers would be astronomical, probably his best performance ever. But seriously, there were so many instances where he was going for something crazy, and I saw a star on the floor, and I see Valin also running from the other side of the map, and I'm like, he's onto something. Like, I could not, I am stressing just looking at this.
Let's have a look at Horizon, a high-speed moment of the day. This one does go to Jorgamo. It's ridiculous performances. This one was no exception, Mimi.
Yeah, look at his movement in this clutch. Dodges out on the off shot, and then immediately jumping past the flash to destroy the player with the operator there in Divide. And then on this retake, he just plays it so perfectly. Flashes to the right for that angle that's hard to dodge. Gets a refresh on it and the ult to go into this one-on-one and just absolutely hit a nasty shot here to win. It was an incredible performance from Jaw. And in the Swiss stage, earlier in this tournament, he was the player that felt absent from G2's lineup. You see his stats today in comparison. This is playoffs Jaw. This is big game Jaw, stepping up the way we know he can.
And do not forget, this match started with a lot of chaos, like Paper X manages to get the pistol, then G2 bounces back on the second one, and they start sitting at this space. So this round in particular, knowing the chaos that was already happening on the side, one Jogamo was barely getting there, for him to be able to win that 1v2 at the end, absolutely insane, set the pace and the momentum for the rest of the half.
Now, I'm curious. I know there were some glum faces in the coaching booth for PRX, but I'm curious to hear what Alex has to say ahead of map number 2.
Jen here with Coach Alex of Paper X. Now, Alex, individual heroic rounds from Paper X players wasn't enough to get you across the finish line on Haven. You had to call 2 early timeouts in first half alone. What was going on with the team, and why was it difficult for you guys to get a read on them?
Yeah, I think came out with the wrong game plan, so we had to adjust in the middle, and I saw everyone's a little bit tense. I felt that they should be spreading around the map a lot more, and we couldn't do that until maybe like halfway through the first half. So it was more a game plan thing than anything else.
Okay, so Breeze is ready to go?
Sorry?
Breeze is ready to go?
Yeah, it is.
Good luck.
Alex had to intervene pretty early there on Haven, and it wasn't quite enough. We're going to cast our eyes over towards this Breeze side of things now, where, again, the comps are relatively similar, but feel like, G2 are in good shape on this map. I think the showing against BBL should give you some confidence if you're an Americas fan here.
Yeah, the way that they played that was really nice. I loved in particular how they were constantly fighting mid in that map. That really cooked BBL.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My eyes go towards Leaf, even though we're looking at Baby Bay, what he's gonna be doing. But seriously, with those fast executes that they were doing, Leaf was saving his wall on the attack every single time just to have a very explosive hit and not have any tails at the beginning of the round. So there's not really a standard way that they were approaching the map, so your opponent cannot adapt onto it and try to fight some of those holes. However, it's Paper X. We expect to see a little bit more of the aggression, a little bit more of like, oh, you see, you're gonna go mid? Okay, every single round I will go in the hunt for you.
This is something Jet maps definitely expect to see him step up. And Divide was great on the op in the previous map, 8-1, I think was his head-to-head against Baby Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that those are the players that we have to look at, and we cannot forget Forsaken on the Euro. Man, that round 12, the last one from the first half when he has that insane clutch, he's definitely bringing in the numbers today.
G2's now that team who's been in so many top fours and ended in disappointment in this position. Paper X was that team in the past. A loss here would return to form, would be a step back from that Toronto trophy.
Let's jump into map 2, folks, right away. Take it away, Kilios and Paper Thin.
Don't mind if we do. Map 2. G2 are looking to go ahead and secure this win. Move forward to play again tomorrow and eliminate Paper Rex from Master Santiago. Paper Rex, it needs to be a reverse sweep from here on out. A victory on Breeze, their opponent's map selection. And then a rematch. Final showdown on Corrode. See if they're going to be able to deliver on that.
This is a map that G2 has not lost. I haven't played it a ton, but they have looked really, really solid. They had some good ideas how to get Jogamo into space, create some bad matchups, some mismatches. And they're looking to push through A early. Now, there is a decent stack here from Paper Rex. They like to do this. They did this on Split against them where they set up a 3-player kind of high-low, but toxic screen, another util gonna cut that off. Jing pinged out there as well.
Not going, cleared there. Full side control taken at the moment for G2. Waiting on something rather on.
Whoa.
Okay, I was gonna say on Forsaken to join the fight here, but Paper X have just taken the duels individually. Able to come away with 3. The sliding Chocobo looking for a little bit more. It's gonna be another opening pistol going over to Paper Rex. Something on his feet. Question is, can they avoid the catastrophe that occurred back on Haven? Close out this anti-eco round.
It almost feels like they took a page out of what G2 is doing to them on Haven and just going for the flood retake right away. Jog, good to get one, but everybody else just sharp and on point. And coaches for G2 already scratching their heads a bit. I like the decision making there from Paper Rex. Wait it out. You've already got your strong stack in place. Catch them before they can really get into some deep post plants. You're going for a 4-1 split here. Meanwhile, G2 behind mid. Just trying to make some noise and try to put some pressure on Devi, who's all on his own with just a sheriff.
I know that he can do some damage, but against the numbers as they are, it's proved to be a little bit difficult, but still able to find the one. Puts the spike down to the ground. Flash going to be connected now. Forsaken to the rescue. Joins in the fight. Jogamo, as well as Trent, falling out of his hand. That cross angle out from mid. Open in. Find but leave. Quick taps coming through. It's still going to be Forsaken Providence. He comes away with the third. Maybe they will.
Oh, come on, bro.
Down. Some damage going to be dealt, but Indy with a clean tap. Bring this round to its conclusion. And Paper Rex start things off 2-0.
Well, it's a lot of damage done, though. Some good flashes early from Forsaken to help out Devi a little bit here. It's really nicely placed. Long range for that last one. Leaf, really good with the Bandit today. He's had some impactful kills. I tell you what, G2, the vibes are good right now. They're having fun. They were hyped up. They were walking out on stage. They were jumping up and down. They're bringing the energy today. It's going to be on to Paper Rex to start to match, to find their groove. They're a team that, when they start to get a little bit silly, they start singing in the comms, drawing hearts on the walls. That's when they're at their best, but they haven't had that mojo just yet.
Get another pacey hit potentially here as, again, Devi widely alone. Snake bite on that side, so Jogamo, greatly aware of his position, pushes that wall, however, does end up losing his life. It's going to be an immediate rewrap from G2. Back across to join in with Valen. She's been staring at that B site. Nothing spotted. Calls the full rotation. Something, however, trying to get a catch. He'll be able to get the double shot across. Leap now. Struck down. 2-player advantage for Paper X. They look to convert this bonus.
That's massive because it's going to buy him some time now to get back into positions. Try to do some damage to deny entry, deny plants. Maybe they fishing for anything in mid, but all of Paper Rex now leaning towards another flood retake here of B, or at least a flood to stop and another double kill, double shot for a kill.
Just go ahead and seal the deal on this. Back it up nicely with a bow on top. This plan unable to be committed to quite just yet. Just the taps here from Trent. Now loses his life, and Forsaken will mow down the final 2 for a flawless bonus conversion. 3-0 start for Paper X.
What an answer. After winning a pistol to start map 1 and then losing the anti-eco, Paper Rex converts their bonus here on Breeze. Looking really rock solid. Jog there just a little bit off as he's swinging. Devi a little bit quicker to the punch. See the crosshair was just dragging up towards him. And now for another dose of early timeouts here at Master Santiago. Take your medicine. Time.
This feels like a very necessary one as well. Thinking back to the map draft and how things played out, Paper X electing to go to defender's side first, which is not something that they typically lean into. Up to start off on this side, having a very good understanding of what G2 is going to look to be doing on this attacker's half. So far, it's been looking great. So 15 seconds left in this Coinbase win condition. You can see, it's going to be a thrifty attempt here for G2. Something that they've been damn good at in the past, but right now it feels like Paper Rex have their number.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Paper Rex has been really quick to rotate right now. You know, they feel like G2 is able to get into some post plants pretty quickly against BBL, so they want to try to thwart that before it really ever comes to fruition. You've been watching them on the map. It's been fast rotates. It's kind of part of the meta right now. You have to be matching pace with your opponents in these double duelists. Scenario is okay. It's going to be a stinger for Jog. Some Sheriff's Leaf with another bandit. He does have full armor here. So he's going to look to try to kick down the doors. They're going to leave Devi all on his lonesome on A once again. He is there.
Same setup here for Paper X widely. Devi make the call. Let the TP join in from Forsaken. Try to push back the forces of G2. Star not going to be finding anything. Pop flash. Kept there on the corner, but Forsaken able to turn away from that one, but cannot escape. Does get taken down now. Weapon upgrade going to be grabbed by Jogamo. Handled in hand as the spike gets planted. There's the advantage. Shock dart. Lobbed in.
Oh, nice.
Not going to be able to find the catch ultimately, but Jing will be able to take down Leaf, finishing off that final 5 HP.
There.
He's forward alongside the box. The ping coming in. But the cover fire from Envy looking good. He's able to find Jogamo, but Valen finds one in response. The Sheriff ringing out, but now Jing gets himself a second. The tap of the defuse, and Valen alone here in main. Buying some time with the grab well, but Jing right back over onto this one, and something runs him down with the shorty. A 5-0 start for him on the Jet. A 4-0 start for Paper Rex on the map.
Yeah, so one of the biggest changes I noticed in this round versus, say, the pistol was that G2 swings the smoke together. They're creating this extra angle here with Jog. So Leaf goes out with him. Might have been Trent, but they want to get a little bit extra pressure. Don't leave Jog out on his own as that duelist. Have that extra layer when you're swinging out to counter Paper Rex before they can get into that flood. So it's just a little timing thing it felt like there. Still though, Paper Rex had the firepower and the savvy to get the round to go.
Something calling out Valen's aim there. Fighting in the rear here, but for now, look back, avoided the concuss. The relay bolt going to be lobbed in. Quick dash over the side. It's a slide forward from Jogamo. He's able to find one, but they're going to be on the exchanges. Forsaken is able to find him as well. Just out there in mid. A little bit more, just basically shoulder to shoulder alongside Jogamo. His way quite far forward there at elbow, but now Forsaken able to strike. Immediately throws on the dimensional drift. Will be able to scout it out. Spot number one, he's just trying to intercept him, and oh man! What a ballsy play from Forsaken! Gets himself the 3K. Now on the approach here from the back, and Valen will be able to note it.
You want to fight it?
Finds the shutdown, cognitive vibe, going to be called in immediately from Valen. Do they anticipate this second layer in from behind? No, they do not. Devi able to strike. Paper Rex going to be continuing with the win streak. To pass this over, the defuse likely to the hands of Devi to try to get that pit online.
What a call here from Forsaken to keep scaling in towards mid. Catches Leaf a little bit off guard, and this opens up an extra angle. Even though somehow Valen's able to turn the flash that Forsaken throws through the window, like you mentioned, that extra layer of divide catches him off guard. And that's huge. You get that cosmic divide away from them. It will be an eco with the overdrive in play for Jog. So just gonna try to sell a bit of a fake. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Like Alex before him, Joshua T is not happy with what he is hearing and what he is seeing on the G2 side of the stage right now. Yet again, we go into the Coinbase win condition ahead of another militia buy. It's just anything that they can kind of scrape together alongside this overdrive. See if they can find a spark, work some magic.
It's gonna be tough. That round, Paper Rex shows you a very different look with that mid pressure, trying to put some players into elbow. And then Forsaken sticks around, able to use that ult brilliantly. Still have the Hunter's Fury for Envy as well coming into this next one, so something to think about here. This has been crazy, the turnaround for Paper Rex after a just neck and neck Haven come out with 5 in a row after a tough loss on your map pick, on a map that G2 has been stellar on. Again, we haven't seen it a ton, but still 2-0, and they've looked really strong. And not really able to get much going. Jogamo is the best with 3 kills so far here in 5 rounds. Forsaken is 9.
3, 2, 1 countdown for all the players for G2. Con's going to be cleared inside of Shock. 5 players stacked up now. Hunter's Fury going to be layered in from Envy, looking for that catch. And he has caught them indeed. Plenty of damage going to be dealt. Trying to find the elimination, but Valen and Baby, they both jumped. 45 and 20 on the health bars. They completely stemmed the tide.
Like that. If they rip that overdrive quick, you're right in place to shut it all down. Use that recon to confirm their presence. Get the damage, get some value. Another pause.
Checking, seeing if anyone scales off of that. The drone will go through. Spots him out. In the meantime, the rest of the players trying to go to push. Clear the clone, and Jing will be flushed out. Trent as well, able to find a buy. Suddenly, G2 still looking alive and well here in this round. Overdrive to expire, but now Envy to fall. Finds Valen before getting taken down. And Forsaken not reading the position. Suddenly, it's just something alive. He's got to make his exit. The second time out in desperation. Looking to work wonders here for them. Something. Snappy shot. He is still a force to be reckoned with. Surely, there's no way to try to play this one out. It'll just be a lurk and a linger, an attempt at more damage into a save on this operator as G2 get themselves on the board for the first time here on Breeze.
Yeah, it's just this, again, an extra little pause that they take. The clone baits Jing. He reveals his position. Shots hit. It's Baby Bay. Not going to collect anything. Something to be ready for it. It's a thrifty, a MasterCard thrifty for G2. Well, it's all about that pause they take again. We saw it on Haven. That really kind of confuses Paper Rex where they're just not quite ready. They're not able to really read that it's a pause. They have to go exploring some of the map. Gets caught running out. Divide doesn't even look in towards that fast lane. There's like 3 players walking down the middle of a fast lane. Divide's looking for somebody to go the other way. Catch him off guard. Again, an unchecked corner for Forsaken, or didn't check it hard enough. Pretty early. There's the dimensional drift from Baby Bay through mid doors.
Well, hit on the B. TP over. Baby Bay having a spot. Jing going to be taken down once again. Jogamo's able to find him. It's a bit of damage. Keeps himself alive. Further from that Hunter's Fury going to be found, but the plant now to come through. Jogamo sliding his way alongside the wall here in mid. Envy, however, snapping up, is able to find the kill. Pit going to be invested. Leaf setting that up and make this A site completely unassailable. Forsaken's able to find one. Baby Bay gone. Back across some strange spam, and obviously this pit does not cover the plant. It's only just locking off the doors. An approach around the back. Envy having contact. Trent now taking down Valen to try to re-swing in. He's able to find that flanker. The numbers at disadvantage with Leaf pushing forward, finding the vibe. Forsaken now gone. And once again, it's something. Trying to get a rise out of them. Trying to find that flick, but he cannot. He will suffer his first death as G2 get back-to-back round wins.
It looked like for a moment it might not go. But here, Paper Rex rips the pit early, and G2 plan all along is A. So the forces of Paper Rex aren't really into place. Not to mention Jing on top of the box gets spotted early, gets taken out quickly. Valen on the back line, so reliable here for G2, so aware of Paper Rex trying to go for these lurks. So Paper Rex gonna try to shore up the defenses a little bit. 3 players into that area. Leave Ilya, try to lock down mid. With the B site idly undefended. Maybe just see if, G2 was thinking A most of these rounds. We need to make sure that we deny that. A little bit of retake otherwise. Jump peek there. At a spot, I believe, on the Baby Bay. He's got the operator too. Seems to be some kind of mid-consideration.
And to lean in towards A. The stack set up in a gate crash. Just outside of bridge.
They're worried about a player at elbow from mid-top, so they use the toxic screen set up their pathing. It's going to be a crunch.
Going at the ready to try to slow this down. Has that bite. Sends it. Shallow one, damage not going to be found, but it has to be respected. Another paranoia off the back of that, and some spam through. Jing taking Jogamo down to 35. Trying to eliminate that entry power. Still is going to be standing for the time being. The relay pole will connect. Stun on Divide. Stops him from pushing between the pyramids, and Envy ends up splitting the difference. Jogamo collecting the kill. Trying again to come through. The late lurk into mid. Leaf potentially going to be able to find a catch. Something's getting onto that angle. Cosmic Divine now going to be called in as Jing scales forward, looking for the follow-up, but cannot find it. Palin holds his own. 3v4 now. Double pace comes in. Divine only going to be good for the one. Something again with that operator. Going to have to go on the save. And G2, they are starting to come alive. They're starting to figure this out. 3 rounds now in a row. As Leaf looking for that potential punish on this operator.
He's been lurking for a while. He's waiting in mid throughout that entire round just to see if he can catch anybody from Paper Rex. Maybe gonna get a chance here.
May just but no, he's making noise. The shot will be there, something will be able to find the kill. But already, the knives online. It's not much gonna be gained from it. Looks like G2 getting closer and closer. Paper Rex are going to be calling their own timeout.
Yeah, I think you just overcommit a little bit too much. You get too tunnel focused here as Paper Rex on those mid doors. You let G2 take so much space at A main, and you're not really contesting it. So it makes it really difficult for those defenders that are on site, kind of hold the line and not get pressured out. They have to give up a lot of space, and they're not kind of fighting that way that we saw when they were running those 5 rounds in a row, where they're waiting for those flood retakes. They're being a little bit patient. Like, if you're going to give up space like that, they would kind of pull back and wait for their moment. And now they're trying to contest G2 with weaker numbers. It's not going their way, so certainly Alex going to have something to say about that. It's a lot of A. I think just commit a little bit more towards A main. Make sure you've got that under your control. Maybe place that operator there. There's G2 to try something a little bit different.
No, you cannot give them this space.
No.
You think back to what happened. G2 up against T1, that 2-10 half on Haven. They managed to take it all the way into overtime and close it out. Lock up a 2-0. Paper Rex trying to avoid suffering the same fate as the Pacific Brothers. Timeout call to try to see if they can get some more rounds from this defender's side. Weaponry starts being considerably weaker now for Paper Rex. The operator in hand. He's carried over for something. It is half armors across the board. Jumping out from Forsaken. Trying to play them in. As Recon gets cleared before it can even hit the floor. Shot going through right between Palin's legs. Unable to find a critical punish. Now G2 have the B site opened up.
Got Baby Bay watching from behind, and for that lurk player.
It's being made the swing out. Forsaken trying to find Trent. And the off shot ends up throwing wide, but Forsaken just swings the corner, finds Leaf instead. There in B main. Baby Bay gets his pound of flesh. He gets that late lurk that he was looking for as Jing will fall. Clear advantage though. Established for Paper Rex as they try to go for this plant. Palin being encroached upon, and Envy swinging in from the back. Ooh, has barely managed to find that kill. But now Jogamo dead. It's all on Trent. Out into the open for something to collect. 9-1 on the Jet. 6-3 on the board. Paper Rex breaking this minor win streak from G2.
Yeah, kind of going back to something that had worked for them a few rounds previously. They put a lot of pressure top of elbow, forced G2 to respect it. And Forsaken just keeps walking down there, heading in towards Cannon. Takes players along the way. Oh, Divide through the wall there. Absolutely ridiculous. Just a little bit of a change up. And yeah, Alex this time, he's not angry, so he likes what he sees.
Still fairly similar reactions between the coaching staff. 4 ultimates now for Paper Rex. Jogamo one away from an overdrive. Doesn't have that handled. Jake posted up. Just go ahead and give him the ult in depth. TP across the side. clear out on the drone. For now, G2 realized that the door at A is shut.
Yeah, and this is going to open up some space for Forsaken to wander through something as well to create a bit of a crossfire here potentially. That door opens. He just TP's out.
Lead the way. Not biting on it.
Right,
Once the angle maintains his composure and avoids the follow-up. What a nasty flick! It's Valen dead. Now the spike being ushered to I don't know where. Trent's got money. The rest of the team, not so much. Something. 12-1-0.
Jeez. Someone call the ambulance for G2 on that one. There's a hospital flick in there.
30 seconds left.
Absolutely ridiculous.
More for Trent to do. Try to survive his next 20 plus seconds. Be, however, nearby enough on the prowl. Love to take this weapon out of his hands. Recon to try to scout this position for now.
10 seconds left.
Things coming down. Reading that there's going to be a player nearby, and Trent is dialed in on the right angle and should be favored for the kill. The swing to come in, and Envy to win it out. A flawless round for Paper Rex. As they lock up a lead. Potentially look to make this a 9-3.
It's little things that they're doing. Jing goes high again. He profits. Ooh.
Slow it down. Slow it down more. Yes.
Oh. There it is. It's just crazy. Night and day differences, but it's a little bait and switch again. You know, they tried to tee up something with a bunch of util, a jump peek. This time it's a TP to try to fake that they've left some presence open in mid. This looks like full-on commit towards a B hit. Devi ready with the snake bite.
I'm going to try to check around towards elbow. Snake bite to delay. Hunter's Fury is available, but for now, Jogamo just a silent slide forward. Now the overdrive's going to be popped. The drag across. Devi cannot track him down. Maybe they're able to find Jing, and suddenly G2 looking to pull off another thrifty is Envy. Work down to 7 HP. Swing in the corner. Forsaken says hello. It's a second op in play. That very much hampers the chances of being able to get this retake going. Knives to be popped. Does it turn around? Something, does he read it? Yes, he does. The slice and the dice. Forsaken the spot out. Goes for the exit. Comes out around the back, finding Valen. Trying to find himself a no-scope. Will get punished and Envy will fall. G2 still fighting back. Another MasterCard thrifty up their sleeve.
It's been something that plagues Paper Rex, is giving up these thrifties, but Jogamo able to break through just a little bit. I'm not sold on this double operator stuff today for Paper Rex. I think you're better off just leaving the one. I think you're hampering yourself a little bit too much when you have to go for these retakes. Not giving yourself those same kind of options to be explosive and creative.
He clears me.
Let's see if they don't have the money for it this time.
Be the one. Half armors. Rotation coming through, and there's something is just dialed in.
This is something we've been waiting to see all year from him, when he just can take over with the operator. Really haven't seen the consistency we've come to expect.
Since the playoffs started here at Master Santiago.
Yeah. He's really starting to hit another level when Paper Rex needed him the most.
Watching, we have the Cosmo Divide to be called through. Drones exchanged on either side. Ping reveal. Onto the Divide, backside, but something just peeks back in. Bites off a little bit more. Meanwhile, Forsaken, the late linger on the A side. Baby Bay completely caught off guard. Valen and Trent left reeling. Trying to get this walk going through, but push out of the smoke. Divide finds the enemy IGL and is once again Trent. An ace clutch just to make it a 7-5 scoreline. Ping reveal on a Forsaken, but he is going to be outfavored, blinded up, and taken down. Another flawless round as Paper Rex make it 8-4.
That was something special with the operator. Really a big difference maker.
15-2 for Forsaken as well, 16-7. G2 needing a rally back, find that second half pistol, jumpstart the engine once again, otherwise it's looking likely that we go to Corrode.
Tenemos dos invitados acá que pero ustedes conocen bastante bien. Pero bastante bien. Hit, ¿algo que decir?
Buenas a todos. Simplemente quería decir que llevo 2 semanas aquí y está siendo algo único. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Prácticamente es como si fuéramos de los vuestros. De verdad, gracias.
¿Qué pasa, weón? Gracias a todos por venir, gracias a todos por apoyarnos, tanto a Givo como a los de la Jubilona. Gracias a Cruz por traerme aquí y cumplir un sueño. De verdad, os amo a todos. ¡Viva Chile!
¡Qué bien! ¡Ey! Habían preparado algo ustedes, ¿no? ¿Tenían algo listo?
Voy a cantar un cántico importante. Espero que me sigáis todos. ¡Atención, chileno de corazón! ¡CSI!
¡Qué increíble!
Like Leonidas rallying the Spartans.
Un mensaje rápido para todos.
The crowd work here has just been incredible to watch.
El último mensaje que le dejes a la audiencia.
Os amo, Chile. Por más juguetes
This
estés
man
aquí
of
y en todos los lugares.
Set up there in KC has been incredible, but it's also been incredible. The duelists here on this map for Paper Rex, the way they're playing off of each other is so good too. Like the way that Forsaken will tee up something, you know, just holding the line by himself. Forsaken doing some crazy stuff out of dimensional drifts. Looking really well thought out here, looking really confident. Again, it's just like they're a completely different team, map 1 to map 2. Are they going to be able to keep it up? G2 have something special in store for them on this defender side to give them that ticket into that lower finals to face NRG. We go Corrode. I hope Corrode.
Who the hell knows what happens there? Paper Rex were able to find the win the first time out.
Yeah, they destroyed him on it.
Have to suspend the G2, but learned plenty from it. Little peek over in towards B. Nothing going to be spotted, so Paper Rex just to cut some noise. Back across the map, regroup within B. Trying to push forward towards this A site. Players here, but a gate crash now expired, actually. So don't have that potential fast rejoin from Baby Bay.
Yeah, this is a good read from Paper Rex. We're going to have the weak side over here, just looking for early contact on the other side, and then the idea is to just ping pong over. See if you can set up. Some disrespect the smoke here. It's all quiet too. This is really nice.
Completely silent until the recon now flies. Shock darts to the ready for Trent, trying to get some early damage in. Doesn't end up connecting onto Envy, just a bit shy of the mark. No early tags to be found. Something backpedaling into a molly. Gives himself a little bit of damage. Still dialed in. Paced forward. Big spread out push here from G2 to try to get the retake started. Three players working their way now through the double doors. Something, filling some space there, center pyramids, but does get caught. Couldn't find the punish. Meanwhile, Jing gonna be good for one. Gets himself a second. Peels back away as the ping reveal comes through. Trent looking for that transfer, looking for that second kill, but he cannot find it. Jing will shut him down, and he holds the line. 4 kills to double up his kill count. He secures the pistol for Paper Rex.
This is just incredible confidence from Jing. There's a good paranoia there to try to tee up something, but there was an extra layer for G2 behind it, and then Jing just goes to work. Oh, what reactions too. He's right on top of Baby Bay when he pops into that smoke. Yeah, they even got him to stand up. My word, Jing. He was a little quiet on this map. Now up to 8 kills. Granted, it'd been something in Forsaken show. He gets involved. Gives Paper Rex a real good opportunity. They're once again finding the open side. There's absolutely nothing to be found here. Gamble stack over on A.
Just read after read.
Big teleport.
TP, other side of the door, the ping's coming down, G2.
Here.
Believing in it for now, and even trying to clear it. Same time, something. His arrival. Here in A. He's gonna be spotted out. Will be the plant in the hands of Forsaken, halfway up to the dimensional drift now. Spawn the leaf does come through. Just being a triple wrap around the back here at Cannons. Shots flying, something trying to take out Leaf. A little bit of a wider swing, but Indy has fallen. Putting kill to be found. Elbow position as well. Concern there for Forsaken, but Defy tears him limb from limb. Just the one casualty. Paper Rex close out that anti-eco. And they hit double digits.
Starting to look good, starting to feel comfortable. A lot of players starting to hit shots on Paper Rex, catches the jumping Val and immediately transfers down for 2 headshots.
Oh, this!
Should be used to seeing it at this point.
He's pretty nasty with those sheriffs. Or a headhunter.
He's the gunslinger. There's more of up and over the top.
Yeah, the Malaysian sensation, man. He's just incredible. Look at this. Now he's going to go on a bit of an explore through the doors. They're pinging out that position that Baby Bay was in, so they have some awareness. Be a player by that pillar. They're also pinging out right where they're expecting Leaf to be, so some good reads.
The tailwind ready. Oh, up trapped over the top. Forsaken fills the space. Claims the kill.
Switch.
While the slide in, Defy not going to be able to track that one down. Jogamo does get the better of him. The last one nearby enough to try to make a play happen here on the site. Catches Forsaken by surprise. Jing quickly trades it back. A 3v3 now. Spike not yet planted. It's been rerouted. So we're going to have to rescale the wall. 40 seconds in this round.
2-man wrap towards main might catch him a bit off guard. He's really considering it.
Recon out, will go for the backside plants, it would seem, or at least tapping, trying to see if he gets that peek from mid. With the Phantom to try to hold that line at B main. Swing coming through, and Baby Bay unable to get the better of Jing. Gets taken down now, something flush against the wall. Instantaneous with the shot, finds Val and Jogamo. Does manage to push forward, finding the one, the slide in, but Envy to hold his own. Paper Rex storming their way through this map. They are looking to take us to Corrode.
They convert the bonus again here on Breeze. And it feels like that may have been the backbreaker. Beautiful from Jing there. Keeps scaling forward, takes out Baby Bay.
Nice!
Not gonna let Jogamo accelerate there. Slides right in towards him. And Iliad saying, thank you, Jason, for following up off my dash. And they've been so good in tandem on this map. Oh, here we go. Someone's already got
already. Big ping reveal. Spotting him out. It's only 1 kill found for Trent. Defy trying to make that sniper sing, but he cannot, but he still manages to bait Balin forward. Kill found all the same. Trent and Baby Bay now. 2v4 to try to prevent the Rex from getting up to map point, but there goes the Sova, and now it's just Baby Bay all alone. Finds the first, needs a hell of a lot more, but will be caught with util in hand. 12-4, Paper Rex steamrolling their way through Breeze.
They're just feeling it. It's hard to imagine after that Haven that it was going to be an absolute flattening like this. Oh my God!
It's just disgusting.
They're feeling it now, man. The heads look like beach balls to him.
Sniper's dream. Hunter's Fury. Only ult available for G2. They need an 8-round run back to take this into overtime. It's going to be Hunter's Fury out, however, from Envy. Fishing for a target, spotting Valen, taking a blow, but Valen still able to drag across, finding Forsaken's head with that Bulldog.
That was insane. What a turn from Valen.
Denying him the shenanigans. Spot out. Envy. We'll find a bit of damage there on the Jogamo for now. G2. Breathe a sigh for relief. He's leading the round. However, still on the approach. Here through double doors. TPD back. It's ended up getting canceled. I don't think anybody had spotted him. So always heard the reposition from Jogamo. A spot out. The Trent, I think he's seen him as well. Something he does get the turn. Wow. I felt like that was Lee favored every day of the. Something he does get the turn. The reposition from Jogamo. A spot out. The Trent, I think he's seen him as well. Something he does get the turn. How? I felt like that was Lee favored every day of the week. Something frantically trying to draw their attention to this position, but Envy still will get caught. Trent finds Jing, and now it's all something with just 17 health. They cannot find the follow-up. Still yet some fight remaining in G2.
Whoa, my God, Valen. It's pretty nutty. That probably saves the round. So your Smoke's alive. Trent, some good shots. He's been so good for G2 this event. See what they can do. I mean, we like you said, G2 showing you things in a half that looked like it was map over, and they came roaring back. Not them out just yet.
Noise made in mid. It's a double stack. Shorty at the ready. Decoy. Setting up for that late clone.
The clone didn't make it through the door.
It hasn't said it yet.
Oh, you're right. He hasn't said it.
Shadows travel.
Waiting on it. There it goes.
Send it through the smoke. Just make their exits here.
Look at the quick retake, though. Look at the quick re-clear of space from G2.
Ball is raised, so Envy skirt past this one, but I think he might have been within audio range of Valen. Might just have been able to hear those last little bit of the footsteps. Bay holding close. He's trying to back him up the backside, but does just have that Spectre in hand. Bay has to make his exit, the swing in, and Leaf's able to find one. Taking down Forsakenly for a little bit more, and he does get it. Envy now gone. Trent opens up with the Hunter's Fury, something on the floor. Swing in from Hall, Divide, finding the kill. He's looking for that Sova, he's looking for an answer, he's looking for anybody else that he can possibly give, but it's going to be Bebe on the other side of the wall to take him down. Jing now completely surrounded and corralled, will fall as G2 continue to fight.
Yeah, they read that like a book. That clone they knew was a fake the whole way. Leaf on point with the Spectre. Tees up Trent for the Hunter's Fury. So now you're getting into these ult cycles, in particular for G2. You're gonna have an overdrive. You're gonna have Valen's ult, you're gonna have Leaf's ult. Estivai has his, something has his. Gonna be a bit of a weaker purchase. Finally, able to knock Paper Rex down a peg. They're gonna be able to keep this up, keep this momentum going.
Knives pop the pit in place. He's locking off B site. Looks like Jogamo quickly going to make his exit over towards that hole. Going in. Forsaken again, outdone. Envy, however, able to find a headshot through the smoke. Valen going to be struck down. So in the end, a 1-for-1. Something still looking for that engagement. Jogamo around the back. He's able to find him. Gets the reset. Swing forward, the peak coming through, and Baby finds the shutdown. Quick TP back over to relative safety is now the dimensional drift going to go in play. Trying to find and flush out this Viper. Has the spot. Quickly makes his exit. The spray coming through. Divide going to be taken out of the pit, now fallen, and Envy alone at backside. To try to clutch this out. Tries to separate them, but he cannot. Leaf holds his own, and G2 continue to march towards OT.
I think you're going to need to stop this as Paper Rex. I think the coaching staff probably going to want to get involved here. It's getting a little readable. Again, it's just that solo lurk up mid from something. Good awareness to deal with Jog, but having that dimensional drift, getting the spot onto Divide as he took a step out to take a peek. So then you can just spam him down. Know he's stuck behind that pyramid. Really well thought out, really aware. Got to keep this G2 team in check coming into this bye for Paper Rex. Can't let the snowball go the other way.
Firmly in the dip here on this roller coaster. Let's see, Paper Rex will start the climb, or this track goes lower and lower towards the ground. We'll have another buy, full purchase coming into this one. G2 are starting to feel it. They're starting to build that momentum, and they've been cycling these ultimates very wisely.
Yeah.
One at a time for the most part. Two committed in the previous, but get rid of that Viper's Pit from Divide. Close out the round, so it's being very well piloted thus far. Now suddenly that gap is a hell of a lot closer.
Yeah, I think the considerations here for Paper Rex are on how to clear yellow on the back of A. I mean, that container has been a real problem for them. Not being able to deal with, Trent or whoever's behind it. We're talking about how they can layer maybe some of their smokes a little bit deeper, try to cut that angle off, maybe create that mid approach a little bit easier if they want to go for that. But here early, they're leaving the spike behind and they're just going on, they're going hunting. They found a prize already. Unbelievable.
Just walking to elbow, unassisted, and Jing just outpaces him. It's a critical find here for Paper Rex. Is how the double face out of B main. Just be that 1-for-1, but it's still a player advantage for Paper Rex. Allen drifting back deeper into the A side, alone here for the moment. Pass over on that spike. Sending out the drone. It looks like in the end, Paper Rex do want to try to get this plant going on B.
I certainly feel like finding 2 kills over there. Should have made that the weak side. You throw a drone, but actually G2 not biting.
Straightforward, some footsteps being made. Jogamo slowing his way into elbow, looking for the catch here on to NV. Does manage to take him through the corner of the wall. It's down to 52 in the end, and now Trent, as they hear the backpedal from the enemy Neon, he's just gonna go sliding forward, catching NV completely off guard. The overdrive now in play. Jogamo finding some early damage there on the Jing. It's his feet.
30 seconds.
Spike for now. Towards the back of sight. 25 seconds remaining. Paper Rex going to be running low on this clock. So does also still have that Cosmic Divide available for the retake. Planted into the open. Jogamo on the swing. Finds Divide. Suddenly just 12 seconds left. Grab over the one side, and Jogamo with a slide out. Takes Jing's head off, and he finds 4 in the round. Jogamo once again looking to be the demise of Paper Rex.
The next kill after this is unreal. Nuh-uh.
Disgusting.
The fadeaway headshot. Nice. Ridiculous, Jog. He has been an absolute difference maker at times. Now you're starting to believe it's G2. Now you're starting to have that hope.
To be able to get that in a 4v5 conversion after losing Baby Bay off the rip. It's a massive performance from Jogamo. He's helped build up the bank as well for G2, so breaking the economy from Paper Rex. Not really any kind of option here. Forsaken again, gonna be dead as he goes TPing in the backside. Leave is just holding it down. Finds a second. Is now getting brushed aside. Everything that Paper Rex has been trying to throw these last 4 rounds, absolutely nothing has stuck. 3 more to go. G2 still in it to close this out in 2-0 fashion.
And they've still got a Cosmic Divide to hang on to. Envy will find a cycle into another Hunter's Fury. Baby Bay is going to scoop up another operator. This buy, extremely pivotal here for Paper Rex. Don't want to give G2 any more hope, any more momentum.
There's nothing more. There's no more timeouts.
No, it's
all just on the players. Well, it's starting to run dry for Paper Rex.
It's onto the hive mind now. Someone's going to have to come up. Good call. The identification of that early mid pressure, but Paper Rex here looking to once again set up an A split. Let's see if they end up committing to this, but anticipating, with all this space that G2 will take early. They read it pretty well in the previous round.
Here.
Just couldn't get the post plant to go. Stack 3 actually to try to clear this back part of the site.
Not starting to grab well. Try to slow down the approach from the double door side. As fall and Trent finding that opener there at A main. Forsaken forward at orange, jumps back. Trent, see him. As again, the clock starts to dwindle. 35 seconds remaining. Leaf now on the approach, working his way forward. And at the moment, no one from Paper Rex is registering this. Forsaken going to be able to find one. Envy had a quick check. He's the one with the spike in hand, but Forsaken's able to find Leaf. Dubai going to be struck down at the same time. Now at 3v3. Spike brought forward. The plan to come through. 15 seconds remaining in the round. The base forward! As Forsaken and Envy find one apiece.
Spike planted.
Dimensional Drip to scout him out. Baby Bay all alone. Here's the exit. Needs to find him, and he cannot. Paper Rex, they put their foot down. 13-9. They send us to Corrode.
All right. You wouldn't think that between these two teams it was going to be over at 2-0, did you?
The Paper Rex have been eliminated from a Masters with a loss on Breeze all the way back in Copenhagen. And they are not allowing it to happen again. They send us the distance. This is anyone's game.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due date to...
Peace, and it starts at Santiago.
China didn't do as good as I thought they were, but they're honestly better than they showed this tournament.
Mi hot take es que después de este evento van a nerfear a Neon.
Neon is horrible. I know you guys are noting. I don't like it.
네온 있잖아요, 네온. 네온도 살짝 과대평가된 감이 없지 않아요. 타일러스랑.
Para lo único que sirve Waylay es para entrar, pegarte en la cara como mosquito e irse.
That's the team we think the Paper X is gonna win it all.
Energy is going to be the first team to win champs and masters back to back.
Energy and G2 will reach the final, and I think Energy is gonna win this time.
The team that wins the tournament is either going to be Nongshim Red Force or the team that stops Nongshim Red Force.
The crowd is so amazing. Chilean fans are crazy. You can hear them right now. They're so hyped.
Dale, Paper Rex!
Jason, va a ganar uno!
Let's go, Heather!
GGG! ¡Viva Chile!
Subirle esa chapa me gustan peleas, tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos para darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la cosa y va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa me gustan peleas, tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos para darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la cosa y va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirle, ponla pa' subirle, ponla pa' subirle.
I'm in love with Santiago. From the city, from the completos, from the people. It's beautiful out here. Thank you so much. To all the Chilean fans, we love you. You guys have the most morale, support ever. Because of that, thank you. And to all the fans outside of Chile, thank you guys for watching. We're excited.
Blinded, Joe's got 12 and Lovers answers back. It's a bloody battle. He's gone in
dead to rights.
It's working in. What is he doing?
Now, Krablin, you're not going to get this done. Burning alive as G2 look untouchable.
To all the doubters that are here, watching us, wherever you are, or come back. We're going to be at that grand final again. We're going to be at that trophy again.
Well, if that reality is going to come true, there needs to be a bit more work put in by the G2 engine in the decider map of this series. Welcome back to the floor of the Espacio Riesco. I'm over here with your desk to break down what was a pretty brutal second map for G2.
Yeah.
It's not a good start, and frankly, it doesn't finish in much more sterling fashion either.
It is not every day that we see a coach asking for both of the timeouts before round 5. So I think that was already very telling of the stress that G2 was being put under for that race.
Yeah, the way that Josh put it in his coach interview was that he had to pick between two evils, with the bind or this breeze for the map in the pool that they were going to go to. And I do think that going into the breeze is a little bit interesting, because it shows to me that A, you have a good game plan prepped up, and B, that you feel like you can go head to head against PaperX on a map that is dominated by the ult, dominated by the duelists. And what we saw this game, I felt like, was PaperX looking a cut above in the team fighting, in the individualism, which led to it being such a stomp.
I mean, we love to see, but we kind of know that PaperX will bounce back individually from map to map. So it's not something that from map 1 to 2 we're going to be like, oh, they're completely disconnected. No, but I think that there were so many unforced mistakes on the side of G2 when they were rotating, not being very aware of the space and the angles that we were being left open. And on the other side, we saw something, as a player, that was taking advantage of every single time that this happened, being incredibly aggressive towards them.
There were like a couple of rounds where it looked like the PRX double ult setup was exploitable, but in general, when something was just farming them, 15 kills for the first half of the map, he was really dominant.
The last time that G2 played this map against BBL, I thought they did a great job of, on their attack side, prioritizing getting constant mid control and threatening a split on either side. Here it was something who owned mid for the majority of that defender half. He was so good at picking the right times to go aggressive. I can think of at least 2 or 3 rounds where he's picking Leaf, whose job is to hold against that space, because he's just pushing so much deeper than anyone expected. Really an incredible map for something, and it reminds me just of that Furious series as well, where, you know, Breeze gets picked into PaperX and something's having a little bit of a lower time, and then he just comes alive and takes this map over and gives inroads for PRX.
It's very different from the Haven that we watched, because G2 was playing into the chaos and it was thriving. This time around, PaperX like reminded themselves that they are the chaos, like they can bring it any single time, and so many rounds were a little bit too much. Do not get me wrong, I think that maybe G2 found out how to play with the Neon and actually how to utilize the wall later in the half, but it was already too late. The momentum was already on the side of PaperX and they were already thinking about Corrode. That second half, I think that players like Trent had a lot of impact in trying to keep the game alive. I still think that Valin is having an amazing day, like so many rounds. I see his impact, but at the end of the day, we are going to Corrode.
Should we address the elephant in the room as we head towards Corrode? Because it's another difficult map for Baby Bay to really get going.
Yeah, it's been a tough series for him as well. I think throughout this one has not looked up to the peaks that we've seen from him in Americas in some of the earlier matches here. Corrode's really interesting to me though. This is the map where we saw that ISO composition from G2. They played it against PaperX, looked dreadful in that game. Absolutely
Fine died for this.
Yes. And the next time they go and play it, I'm like, okay, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. They're going to change things up. They're going to have a fast fix. They get ran over by Combi. It does not look good again. So my question, G2, do you have a new comp? Do you have something fresh for Corrode? Because if not, this is a questionable direction in the map, Vito.
It is literally now or never if you're going to change things around. And for the other side, we can also speak about a PaperX that struggled a lot against all gamers. I know that the Device said that his PC was lagging a bit. What he was doing, no excuse.
He was
There's
playing
no
the frontline
PC
Vice.
that lags that hard, okay? I've been growing up with like 2 megabytes in like the entire city. I tell you, no PC lags like that.
It was tough to watch, right? Obviously, Devi was playing ahead of a lot of his utility, playing quite aggressively on those extremities, especially on the defense side, but it does feel like something that we're able to temper over time. The fact is, though, that this map is kind of shaky for both sides.
They never figured it out on defense, though, and I think that's what's key. I do wonder if they're going to go back to that same Vice comp, or if PaperX as well wants to change something. We saw in their series against NRG, they had 2 fast fixes where they changed their Pearl and their Vine composition. They ended up losing that series, but both maps were very competitive. Both compositions looked well thought through. I wouldn't be surprised if we go into Corrode with 2 brand new comps.
Yeah, I would really like to see that. And also speaking about the individuals, someone that it doesn't matter what he's playing, if it's the controller, if it's the duelist, or whatever you give him, Jing is also bouncing back super, super hard. And I feel like in Corrode, he has not yet shown me like a bad performance for me to be like, oh, this is not it. I think that Jing could be the deciding factor here.
Now, Paper-X playing the double controller composition with the waylay, nothing overly offensive. We'll see if they mix it up here, but
And there it is.
Like it's about the same, right?
Yeah, that's a change from G2. They were playing the ISO comp last time. They go to a Neon Yoru double duelist with the Vice in the mix. I think that Vice is a great pickup on defense against a solo duelist team. But with the Waylay and the Omen, those are 2 characters that are very good at actually fighting past that utility.
There you have it, folks. The final map of this series, fighting for survival. Once again, it's Paper-X and G2 Esports. Let's head over to our casters and dive in.
Thank you very much, Desk. It all comes down to this, a final map of Corrode to determine which team will be advancing forward into the top 3 to square off against NRG to have a chance to make it into the grand final. Which one will be making their exit from Masters Santiago? Paper-X coming alive on Breeze. They destroyed G2. The first outing all the way back in the Swiss stage here on Corrode, but now G2, they make a pivot. They move away from the ISO that was not finding value. They bring out this Neon. In the hands of Jogamo, we know how deadly he can be.
No doubt. I mean, we've seen it today that Jog has been one of the best players for G2 overall. Just change of ideas here from the last time we saw these 2 teams on the pistol. Something good for one.
We'll find that first blood, setting up the saturate. Plants his beat and finds another. Jogamo eliminated. Little back pedal recovery on the spike. The hands of Leaf. Widely, not even that much damage found. It's just something tagged to 74. It's only Baby Bay still at full health for G2. Front on this peak. Find the tap, but actually surprisingly, Forsaken doesn't come away with the kill. The shot should have been able to find it there. King in range, able to find some damage. Needs some in reply, but backs off, plays it wisely, patiently. His Leaf now dead on arrival. A 3rd kill for something as his reign of terror continues.
Trying to pinch Jing.
Wall to fall in mid, and Trent instantaneous with that shot. Puts him in with a shout. If Baby Bay can find another, but first that spike has to be recovered.
Trying to bait him a little bit.
2 players in the ball. Trent just now working his way over. Just doubled up on this angle. Ghosts in hand. One will go out. Double face away. Gets the spot on the 2. Baby Bay gets the jump on Forsaken. DP potentially into the back corner, but now doesn't take it. Something has an ace. What a way to kick off the final map for Paper-X.
He is unstoppable right now. And it's a change of ideas from both teams on how they approach the pistol versus last time. It's a 4-1 split again, but Paper-X reads that it's going to be mid. Last time it was an A hit when they faced off, but then they re-wrapped mid, and this time it's kind of mid all the way. Paper-X reads it nicely. Doing a little bit of homework.
There's the judge around the corner. He's immediately found another kill. Jogamo dead. Saturate not to find a catch. Again, showing that patience, showing that restraint the Paper-X aren't particularly known for. Just waiting for G2 to come pushing into them. Swing out. Forsaken finding himself a 2nd kill, finding himself a 3rd. As well runs out of shells, but it's going to be Forsaken backfilling to find a 4K. Flawless round for Paper-X. Looking to once again get another bonus conversion.
Oh. The swipe there. Turn of the flash. Readjust, and he's got him. Yeah, and he's got him lined up.
Like that.
I don't think G2 liked it. They're gonna try to go A, and look at this. Paper-X has the read. play behind. Toxic screen.
This could get very messy very quickly. The wall to fall. And it's a firing squad here from Paper Rex. 3 players immediately gone. It's just Valen and Trent to try to hold their own, to hold on to these weapons. Valen can only find one. Trent to back away. But with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining, how in the hell is he supposed to retain this weapon?
It's going to be Forsaken. First to check the angle. Make sure that he hasn't tried to cut through mid. Trent being patient. Knows he has a little bit of time to work with, but just letting that judge scale further forward. Just going to hold the line. Jump swing. Can't connect.
Find him off the back of that. They know that they still have him corralled. Trent wise enough to know that this mid position is going to be occupied. They're going to have him boxed in. So knows that they are not going to let him live. This Forsaken will find it. 6-1-1 for him, 3-0. Paper Rex. 3rd opponent's conversion in a row.
Just unreal. And again, it's just a hard read from Paper Rex. They use the toxic screen right at the perfect time, right as G2 is getting ready to try to turn the corner. It's all smiles in the Paper Rex camp. Another hot start, 7-0 for something. He's going to keep with that judge, Odin. So he posted into Envy's hands mid. A little bit of delay on the util. Try to catch G2. Further out and Leaf. Okay.
Punish. Leaf coming away with that kill. Absolutely massive against the Odin.
That means you have to fill this space with an extra player.
So something going to be shifting over, but doesn't have the judge to guard this top mid position.
G2 wants to try to bait some of that impatience out of Paper Rex here. Take a pause mid-round. You've got some control. Just see if you can catch him slipping just a little bit. Forsaken.
On that forward walk. Prowler caught in the corner, still cleared. Something in the meantime, holding down top mid. This Forsaken. He wants this elimination. Swing forward, Trent will sit him down. Weapon recovered. 20 health and 30 seconds remaining in the round, and something again just shifting over. The judge in hand, swings the corner, takes him down. 4-0, Paper Rex. Off to an absolutely roaring start on Corrode.
Well, it was after the bonus that we saw Josh take the timeout for G2. Is he gonna let this go a little bit further or not is the real question. Maybe he has a little more confidence that the defender's side of the map is really where they want to do their damage here, but they couldn't even win a round on the defender side last time. Paper Rex just went on an absolute tear.
Going to continue that again here.
Yeah.
So invested. 0. B main. No one at home though. Rex just playing tucked back.
Yeah, this time they're going to post up something at A and let him try to take space at the out this time.
Clear on the clone there for now. Taking a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Jing cut across. Peek over towards that A main side, and Leaf ends up losing his life. Positions once again. Their way across, Trent making some noise though. Pushing forward at something. Whoa! Dialed in. Catches him on the jump peak over the break stack. Meanwhile, Jing now in even deeper in mid. Tries to back away. Manages to do so, and Divine intercepting Chogamo after Forsaken falls. The 4v2. Paper Rex are looking to build up yet another massive win streak off the rip. Need to take that contact here. Inside the connector, the Paranoid goes across, connects onto both. Avoiding death for now. The Baby Bay rides the wall. Loses it. This Jing just hunting for Paladin and eventually will be able to find him a 3K for him. 5-0 to start for Paper Rex. G2, they need to pump the brakes. They need that coach intervention.
They're gonna get it. I love the way that Paper Rex could just take contact at every part of the map. The only player who loses out was Forsaken early, but they had the extra layer there with Divide. They're just, and again, Jing playing really patient here too, not overcommitting to anything, waiting for that contact off of Invi, throws the paranoia, swings out, gets one, doesn't try to overcommit. So I'm seeing like much better mental from Paper Rex than frankly we're kind of used to sometimes. That overheating that we way too often see from them isn't there so far here on Corrode. Like, they're playing really disciplined, really smart.
Feels like they're going to be grasping at straws going into this Coinbase win condition. What are you meant to do? What are you meant to find? Decent. Pulling off those thrifties. Maybe that's all it takes. These players will once again find their footing. At the moment, they are on struggle street.
Well, it's tough because you want to get in fast to one of those sites. We saw that immediately the Vice util was in their face, slowing them down onto B. So that's making it really difficult for them to accomplish some of the tasks they're going to want to on this attacker's side. They don't have that Omen. They don't have that kind of extra layer of TP to get past some of that utility or the Waylay, things like that.
And that's exactly what Mimi was highlighting coming into this one. Having the Waylay, having Jing on that Omen, you can bypass so much of that when they do shift over to that attacker's side.
All you have is the Yoru.
High player stack, something just getting on the line, shrugging that off. Envy as well, able to find one through the smoke. Jing backfilling and covering as Joggermo will fall. And G2, they cannot make a go of it. They cannot catch a damn break. It is another flawless round. 6-0, 12-0-2 on something.
Oh, he is just absolutely feeling it with the operator. Love the decision making here from Envy. Throws the Han on one side, immediately has the shorty ready in case he tries to push the smoke. I think everything is going Paper X's way here.
Something's nearly got double the kills of everybody on G2 right now.
It's absolutely bananas. This round has to go. You've got ults, you've got weapons.
Timing shot, able to find the clone. Swords go out, Convergence Pats, intercepting the rest of the team. Joggermo still able to find one. Jing eliminated. Across the way at Yard. Makes it. The dimensional drift, seeing that the site is free for the taking.
Spike planted.
Spike now in play. Gun barrel going to be spotted. Envy, however, about to be overwhelmed. Gets picked apart. G2 finally in a firm position to close out a round. Ramp up the seas. Joggermo still here in this spot. Slides across. Sees Forsaken. Just goes his separate way. The defuse interrupted by the Gravwell. Technically available, but not looking to invest that here. Flash look at the catch, the push forward. Forsaken finding one. Divide getting another. Something now, a piece of the pie. Spot check, trying to keep protected. And Forsaken nearly made it to the find it, but Joggermo will be there to get them over the line. A round win for G2 at long last.
I don't know how this convergent pass maybe didn't hit Jogger if he just hit a one tap.
He got past it, it was in the main.
He got past it.
And pass on the entry. Pushing past those thorns. Damn, if it still wasn't a labored effort here from G2.
But it's still going to hurt their economy. They're not going to be able to come in with a full buy into this one.
Technically, though, they have that overdrive. Joggermo needs to deliver with it. This time, though, hit going to be invested outside of B. The overdrive now in play. Here the clone from Jing. Positions dashing forward. This overdrive is going to expire.
Great patience. They're going to try to clear this pit. One of the harder ones to clear. There's only a couple spots that the Viper can really post up, so Paper Rex wants to help just in case. G2 doesn't favor their odds. Do have Steel Garden, do have the Cosmic Divide, so a lot of post plant util here, as well as an execute util, so.
Hearing that noise in the mid though. Smoke gonna be cycled forward. Something now. Held in on the angle, just bringing out a warning shot.
Trying to dissuade him. Wants to force him over to the other side of the map, but
it has worked. She does have the TP, so just join in on that B site, reinforce it. They're going to try this out, this cosmic divide. That's a bit of a fake. Now the hunt over the top. Steel Guard going to be invested, but Divide able to find two before he loses out on his weapon. Swaps over to the shorty. Pushes forward to watch the connector. Pallet, however, will be able to take him down. The follow-up looking great. Whoa! This G2 just explode onto the scene. Now suddenly it's something a world away, having to save this operator. G2 will be able to find back-to-back.
this is one of those rounds where G2 actually able to fight their way out of a bad situation. Yes, they don't get the kills. I think Paper X plays this pretty decently from a macro perspective, using that Waylay util and the operator shot to dissuade them into the strong side, but just barely. Valen in particular fights tooth and nail to get through there. They'll find their second round. I don't think there's going to be too much more contact. You got to be worried about that economy as G2. You're really going to be keen to go hunting. Let's see if this just keeps rolling or if there's going to be any intervention. It looked like for a second with Vi getting that double, it was going to be curtains. Somehow, some way, those shorties just kind of go wide. The bullets just bypass Valen. Frustrating, but
thank you.
Still okay. Economy's still flush. You still have enough for another buy here as Paper X because you're able to stack it so heavily. They're going to stack B main. Thought about an Odin did in me, but he switches back to the Phantom at the last second. Something trying to tee him up with the op, and he gets a shot.
Right back to it. Another opener, smokes down. G2 already far enough forward. They just have to commit into this one. Might as well pop. The rest of the team delayed. Dubai looking to try to clear him out, and he has. Jogamo now dead. It's a Steel Garden. Looks to just take the weapons away from all the other players. Placed forward. Into the corner from Envy. Held in position, but Leaf, the late linger, outside of A main, able to find a jump. Forsaken will fall.
There.
Well in the back, and something rare whiff here in this series. Able to stay alive for the moment. By spotting out Leaf. Back away, but already something to try to corral him behind. Divide on the repeat, finds Trent. The spike now has to be recovered. Finding one here for his troubles. And now Baby Bake on and Leaf. About to walk into the open arms of something who's not going to miss the follow-up. 15-1-2. 7-2 on the board. Paper X. They've already secured themselves a lead at the half.
And you're seeing how important it is for G2 to try to find the site that the Vice isn't on because it stalls them out so much. The Vines at the beginning of this round just corral them, and then Dubai wins a huge battle against Jog. That was maybe their timing that they had, where they could have exploded into the site and done some damage, but Dubai holds the line on Vice, and they're able to just slowly smother them out. 15-1. Something, and it's the second timeout early again in the first half for G2.
Last-ditch effort. The last timeout for them here at Master Santiago. Barring this somehow going into overtime. And with G2, they can have that activation. They can lock in. They can make something like that a reality. Right now, it's hard to see. 8 seconds left in this timeout. The Coinbase win condition, it's not looking great. Valen, not much money to try to put together a buy. Let's see what he ends up landing on here. For now, it's still just a classic in hand. So suspect that Bulldog, a Stinger, something to that effect has to come through.
This is another one of those pivotal rounds here in this map. They were able to get the last one to go, and they had some ults, they had the guns, and the economy was on the brink of collapse. It's going to be a Spectre for Valen, his old go-to when when he needs to scrape a weapon together in one of these buys. If you lose this one, it's going to be tough. A main is where the presence is being shown. So as G2, you might start to get the read that where the A main control isn't early pushed for is where the vice is. They're going to try to challenge it potentially here. They're just trying to bait the util potentially. Not sure if the thorns got popped or not there. I don't think they did. So that was the intention. Didn't work out too well, but here goes some players out.
Retrieving flash.
Oh, Jing.
That's just Leaf dead. Scouting Valen. Going in that position. Paranoia flushes him away. Trying them to take this further forward, this deeper spacing. This Jing. Plenty of damage going to be dealt with. They do lose their lives. So now a 3v3. Something already wrapping around this 8 site halls. Scoped in. Cuts Valen in half. Spike collected in the hands of Baby Bay with just 30 health. Jogamo. Feel the weight building on his shoulders.
30 seconds left.
He might catch Forsaken a bit off guard. Oh, the wall.
There. Forsaken interested in that angle. It's something now again. Eyes across yard side of the A site. Jogamo could make for a tricky target, trying to hit, especially if the relay bolt will connect.
10 seconds left.
I also here, the plan to come through, but Devi locks in for it. Shorty not coming up with the goods, but Devi absolutely will. It is another timeout. Thrown into the abyss as Paper Rex continue on their warpath.
They're just playing the map so well. The ideas here, so well thought out. It helps when Jing is swinging and winning. He even gets a headshot there, but something the whole time knows that they have to try to go through main again. Forsaken has that wall deep mid this time, so he can focus B main. Able to turn his attention over. You know they can lean A. Unbelievable. This is just amazing what this team has been able to put together on this map. Envy now again with the Odin is going to opt into it. Something on the other side with the op. Creative util, Baby Bay goes into the drift. See a little bit here, but the thorns just delay.
This is completely isolated. Envy again trying to just spam, spray and pray with that Odin. Forsaken able to find one Devi again with another 2 on that entry. As Jogamo has the bucky and he's trying to make a go of it. Finds 3 for his troubles. Picks up that spike, 4 bullets remaining in this. This Jing will not give him the chance. 9-2, looking for that 10-2 half.
The protocols here, just so good for Paper Rex. Use those thorns to delay off of the dimensional drift. Fortify your defenses at the choke. Even though Jog gets through, it almost pulls off one of the best plays we would have seen if he could have won this round. Just 1 HP there for Forsaken. So any Bucky pellet that connects gets him, but Jing, good for it again. He has been really clean on some of those swings.
And setting up something as Jogamo's dead. 17-1. My math is correct, 18-1. He's just dancing on them. With an opportunity to get the catch here on a Forsaken, but now Devi pushes that pulse, finds himself another 2 critical kills. As Trent, there is nothing more to be done. 10-2, Paper Rex are tearing G2 apart.
G2's already come back down from a 10-2 before. Do they have it in them to do it again?
We will have to see. But it has to start from the pistol. If Paper Rex can find that, G2 may as well make their way home.
saben, de aquí hacia mi izquierda van a ser los alfa. ¿Me ven, cierto? ¿Ya saben? Ok. Y a mi derecha van a ser los omega. Quiero ver quién grita más. ¿Dónde están los alfa? Bien. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Por favor, ¿qué es esto? ¿Se van a dejar ustedes? ¿Dónde están los omega? ¡Alfa! ¡Omega! ¿Qué está pasando? Vamos a demostrarle a todo el mundo que si nos unimos podemos lograr cosas increíbles. Yo quiero a todo espacio riesgo gritando. Quiero escucharlos cuando suban las manos. Quiero que se vuelvan locos. 1, 2, ¡arriba!
If there was ever a time to absorb the energy from the crowd, that time is now for G2. An 8-round deficit here on Corrode. Staring down the barrel of elimination from Master Santiago. And something is the one holding the gun. An ace in the pistol to start off this map. Maybe he's got another one in him.
Sure. This is quite a different look. 3-2 split. They're trying to bait a little bit of attention out. Something how?
Unbelievable. Up and over on a scouting mission. Nothing going to be seen. Takes the refract out. Quickly grabs that orb. Talon here in connector. Able to find one, but Jing just re-swings in. Vengeance found for Forsaken.
And look at, they immediately turn their attention looking for those fast rotates. Something G2 was really annoying about on this map on their defender side. They tried to mirror the pace that Paper X brought.
Spot number one, top flash. He's looking to run it down. Frantically jumping to the corner, but trying to still able to hold his own, finding a second kill before falling. His teammate's a real chance at this. He's eating some damage. Reface the Divine, taking the fight against Baby Bay. Has him dead. As he finds Leaf, 11-2, another pistol, Paper Rex. 2 rounds away from advancing into the top 3.
Oh my goodness. Just brutality. It's Devi again with the Sheriff. Putting G2 in jail. Paper Rex has had to be in jail fighting Americas throughout this event. They still may have another one looming, but unbelievable that they've been able to stand tall so many times against such a good region. This is a buy-up, as you would kind of expect here. You know this is coming as Paper Rex.
Has to be. Swing the corner. Headshot on the Jogamo, but definitely gets the better of something. Finds the exit, but Forsaken able to find him. Down with that Bulldog Trent tag as well. Connecting on all 4 players, but there's just no way to try to scale off of that. For now, Rex going to be held in position. Held off as Devi, watching for a peek, waiting for them to get itchy, waiting for them to get impatient. They just get jumped here as Valen trying to corral him in. The swing to come through, and Valen will be able to find the kill. That's going to be a weapon upgraded. And now the player advantage in the hands of G2. This will be a monstrous swing round for them. It's Forsaken. Not sure if he's going to be anticipating the lead. He is not. The Stingers continuing to excel. G2 have the upper hand. It's bumped. At default, reposition for the plant. Jing up and over the top on HUD, drops down.
Planted.
have to go crazy from up here.
Flash finds nothing. It's limiting the options of where Paper X could be. Narrowing it down, swing the corner! Envy somehow able to find two. Jing now suddenly in the 1v1. The weapon advantage. Leaf trying to poke and prod. He takes the fight. He wins it.
Just barely, just by the skin of their teeth. They are clinging to the edge of the mountain in Santiago. Fingernails. But they are trying to pull themselves back up. And it's going to be Leaf, another Stinger special. The G2 calling card gets them the round. Oh boy, it did not feel great. So it's going to be 4 Bulldogs and a Spectre. A couple bandits, one bandit and 4 sheriffs. Quick change of eye.
Really do some damage here.
Yeah.
Okay, out the front. Weapon's going to be heard here at B main. Correct. Pausing in for a brief moment. Lead with that Prowler to nearly find Baby Bay.
Takes the worst of
Space
that.
for the orb.
Yeah.
The Haunt Forsaken alone. Able to find one still. Talking about juggling the weaponry. Just made that second layer, but it's still a ways away.
A little bit of util still here to clear some angles, so Jog definitely under threat, potentially. It's just, are they gonna get the read that he's holding? They do.
Damage through. Something tagged up to 49. Spectre on the floor, not yet recovered.
They're gonna give him the space, and Paper X actually gonna take a pause of their own here. They wanna try to get that extra angle from something, at least maybe try to clear the flanking player, but Bay for now tucked in.
Considering pushing out, looking for a little bit more. 30 seconds now remaining on the clock. Paper
30
X
seconds.
start inching their way forward, and they shall. Sees not to connect. Ogmo quickly peeling back over to safety. Something on the approach, looking for the pinch, but it's the Baby Bay in from behind. Might be able to find a massive backstab. From this push, stop them dead in their tracks. Ogmo finding the first, something gone. Baby Bay still arriving, the plant coming through, and he can interrupt this one. He can win the round completely on his own. Nothing more to be done for these players on Paper X. Do need to die. Die they shall, except for Devi. They go running away from him. Push forward, and okay, Trent actually does him a service, giving him the death.
It's great protocols from G2. Just giving them that space. Don't overcommit to anything. Don't give them a chance to overwhelm you. Dogamo, really well thought out in this round. Need a lot more of that. Something the Paper X wants to talk about in a timeout. Got to be aware of those quick lurks. Got to be aware of those quick flanks. Could have been a different round. Always got to have eyes in the back of your head against G2 because somebody is wanting to get in there. And that is something that at times kills Paper X because these players love to just fight you. They want to take that square up, just fair fight, that fair duel. That ain't how the game works.
The tunnel vision can be deadly. Timeout call. Here with a 7-round lead, 2 away from eliminating G2. Question is, does this reopen the door for G2? Does this allow Sharks need to put together a solid enough structure on this defender side?
I think honestly it's looked pretty okay for the most part. The pistol was just kind of Paper X doing something pretty smart in their own regard by creating that extra angle to come from B and opening up some space, and obviously something winning that opening kill with the classic at range was instrumental. But I think overall I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing. They've got good layers, good ideas. Not giving Paper X anything for free, anything easy for the most part. So I think Paper X again wants to go back to that idea like they did on the pistol. That deep smoke early has you curious, especially with the... Is anybody gonna clear this one, please? Okay. Forsaken continues to scale forward. The whole team's like, you know what, maybe A is That's where we want to go. That Prowler there confirms presence. So we're trying to go mid, but
Snackatop, man.
Devi's in trouble.
This should be him dead the rights as the swing comes in. Tries to get the transfer. He cannot, but Trent as well. Going to be picked off, Forsaken. At peak, finds him on the A site, and now the exec comes through on B. Joggamo immediately having the backpedal. Paranoid crashes across. Still wary of that flank. Losing track of Forsaken. This is rewrapping all the way back through B main to join in with the team, so now player advantage. And Paper Rex the spot from something to kill coming through. Eventually found. Drops down top of HUD, the saturate locked in. Joggamo into the corner, sliding forward, able to find the one, but Invy's got the covering fire. The double base, the double kill. Paper Rex. They're up to match point.
And it's huge that Devi even finds one up here because it's the Vice he knocks out of the round. That means that when that paranoia hits, there's no safety for the rest of G2 to continue to try to scale. They have to go slow. And Paper X could just post up at some of these deep angles. They can't delay.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And Ilya has been outrageous today, to say the least.
25-4, but now desperate bid from G2. The overdrive available. Baby Bay just with a Bucky. Guardian for Leaf. This is the last stand. And it needs to last for 8 rounds consecutively, but already the leader has fallen. Jing able to find Val on the flash to stave them off for now.
Something's all.
Is it at the ready? The Steel Guard will start. He's lobbed out. Baby Bay around the corner. The TP pass, the turnaround to his death. Convergent pass now invested. As something goes diving in, Jing finds a third. Looking for an ace to finish it. Devi will scoop the kill, but it's just Trent left. He finds another, but will fall. G2 trying to take Paper X to school, but the professor never showed up. They cut class and skipped their way to the lower final.
It's once again a masterclass on Corrode for Paper X versus G2. And what a bounce back after a neck-and-neck haven. Paper Rex stormed their way back on the back of something who is once again lighting up the international stage, lighting up G2, and propelling Paper Rex to another best of 5 globally.
Back into the top 3 for Paper Rex. The rematch to be had in best of 5 fashion tomorrow. And as always, unfortunately, commiserations to G2, who continue to be excellent on the global stage, continue to qualify, to make these deep runs, but to not be able to make it over those last few hurdles. Paper X today, something in particular, is operating on another plane of existence. They now have NRG back in their sights.
Well, and it's just, whose turn up to bat is it for Paper Rex? This team is so deep. There are so many cracked aimers top to bottom. It was Forsaken to get him here. Forsaken with the late round heroics. And now it's something again. The duelist who had struggled so much. And now it's his moment to shine.
Let's send it down to Valina and hear from Paper Rex in the Verizon post-match interview.
Paper Rex se une a Energy en ese lower final. Santiago, no los escucho. And now I want to talk to you something. Sorry, you can take that picture later. So you have been standing up, screaming, being really happy on that stage. Do you think that that's the source for you individually and your team of that confidence you've got going on round by round and match by match?
I mean, I keep doing that because teams needs it, you know. I keep calling, I keep doing some moves because, I mean, look, in Swiss stage I play like shit. And then in playoffs, I'm just like all-inning, you know. What's gonna happen if I play bad? Nothing, because I already play badly, so yeah.
Definitely, and it showed. Y básicamente hablando un poquito también de lo que es gritar, simplemente estar feliz encima del stage. Le pregunto si es que eso le sube la confianza a él y a su team. Y dice que sí, definitivamente necesita estar ahí caleando, necesita ahí estar poniendo la emoción para que el equipo esté hacia arriba también. Obviamente al principio no jugó de lo mejor, pero al final realmente el team acaba apareciendo. Also now, I want to know that first map was a little bit rough, but you guys demonstrating your experience and your resilience in that stage. So I just want to know, what could you guys done differently in that first map to close that series 2-0?
I mean, the